What's shaking?
When did you know that you're going to make that interception? You're on the ground, ball just falls right in your hands. What were you thinking in that play?
Well, when I fell, run it back. When I broke the ball, I saw the ball. I saw it pop up in the air. I wanted to cut back for it, and I fell, really unathletic like. And I didn't take my eye off of it. I just kept watching. I'm like, there's no shot this is gonna fall right in my hands. I'm watching it. I'm like, it's definitely gonna fall right here. Stick my hands out, pops me in the helmet, and fall right in my hands. If you notice, I had to take a second to adjust it, and be like, dang, I really caught this.
Hit your helmet first.
Yeah, it hit my helmet first. So it's definitely something I won't forget anytime soon. God bless me on that one.
But you had the presence of mind. You were 3-4 inches off the ground. Like, you kept your hand to make sure the ball didn't hit the ground, right?
Heck yeah, I did. I knew that ball fell that close to me. I knew I wasn't gonna let that thing touch the ground. Everybody else was getting interceptions and picks. I looked like I stunk because I was the only one that didn't return for a touchdown.
PJ did.
Yeah, but I'm talking about at that point in the game, I was the only one in my room. So then I can't make fun of everybody and say I was the only one with a touchdown this year, which is good. It's a good problem to have.
So this is a milestone game for you. Your 60th game for Pitt.
I didn't realize that until you said that.
I think I told you a while back.
Yeah, you told me a couple weeks ago that like I was on pace for like.
Record is 64. Cal had a minus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's not a bad. Okay, I'm definitely gonna try and beat. I'm definitely gonna beat Cal's record then. So.
Talk about some of the memories of those 60 games.
They were a lot of fun. They were all a lot of fun. Each one has its own special place in my heart. Obviously, it's a heck of a university, a heck of a tradition that we have here, and I'm just playing game by game, hoping to make memories in each one.
Along the way, you guys have had some interesting matchups against teams that run RPOs.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like you've developed, we just talked to Randy about it, like kind of over the past 3-4 years, maybe like developed and either adjusted how you defend it or the players just get a better sense. Are you just sort of familiar with it now? He said that. He said you guys just see it a lot more than maybe you did 3 years ago. Are you just more comfortable defending that kind of offense now?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think it's a testament to our coaching staff and how they teach us to play ball and how they teach us understanding of these are the holes in the defense that someone might exploit, and these are the calls that we're going to make to change it up and move that weak point around throughout our secondary. So that's definitely has a lot to do with it. And then the presence of mind that we have as different rooms, obviously, to understand this is our responsibility. This is what we have to take care of. So obviously, a couple years ago, everybody will remember Western Michigan. Like, that was a big wake-up call. As far as how we need to defend the RPO, what we need to do, and how we need to execute in order to defend it effectively. So we've taken that to heart. We've taken all that teaching to heart and really put it forth in the past couple of years to really perfect what we're doing and how we defend the RPO.
What does it mean? Like, I mean, you said you felt bad that you were one of the only linebacker that returned for a touchdown. But I mean, what's it like to see all the linebackers just? It seems like anything that needs to be done, you guys are everywhere, flying around the field. What's it like just seeing you guys just execute so well this season?
It's a beautiful thing. Seeing really our entire defense run relentlessly to the football is something that we take very, very seriously here at the University of Pittsburgh. Knowing that defense is very much an effort-based thing, right? The ability to fly to the ball, run to the ball, and good things are going to happen for your defense. Whether someone's punching at the ball and the ball pops out, we're on it because there's 11 hats around the ball compared to the offense's 7, right? So that's really that's what we'd love to see, and that's how we trying to attack every day. Like my room, especially, that we love the game. Yeah, you can tell the way that we play on every game day that we love what we do and we take it very seriously, and that's why we've been effective this year thus far.
I feel like all 3 levels of the defense are maybe playing more cohesively now than we were at the beginning of the year, breaking in some of the starters.
Absolutely, that's what happens when we have a lot of new young faces on the team, and on our starting defensive lineup. So the ability to be comfortable with one another, to know to build that trust as the year goes on, to know that if I do this, someone else is going to do their job is very, very, very important on the defense, especially ours, where we're so aggressive that you need to know that your brother's in the right spot at the right time every time. So I feel like that's what's really grown and made us more cohesive, is understanding that we're all going to do our job effectively and correctly every play.
You're the green dot guy, right?
I am the green dot guy.
And Coach Banalak is giving you instructions.
Yeah, we're getting calls, checks, different just down distance situations like that. Just in my head, so I have to set the front and stuff like that. So I'm a position that requires a lot of communication. So the ability to not have to look to the sideline, and the ability to be able to look forward and dissect the defense, or dissect the offense as it's breaking the huddle or approaching the line of scrimmage, is very, very, very helpful.
You guys are all obviously in the right position lots of times on Saturday. How important is that technology to getting you guys, know exactly where to line up?
I was there before the green dot, and I know what it was like to have to look over the sideline, especially in hurry up offense, and I'm sitting there like, okay, where's the call? There's the call. Oh crap, they're snapping the ball. Like that was a point before the green dot. Now that the green dot's there, I don't have to look over the sideline in order to get the call. I can stare straight forward. I get it in my ear, and then I can effectively give everybody else the assignment or the check that we need.
Would you like to evolve someday where you could have a conversation with the coach?
There's a couple times I wish I could say something back through the headset, but I'm glad. Right now, I'm glad that we have what we have, because it's definitely something that's very useful, and from my understanding, it's the same thing they have in the NFL. So that's a very good tool for guys that are going to have the green dot, hopefully in the future.
So if they don't on the sidelines during games.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are those moments like trying to adjust or trying to make a change on the sidelines? What kind of conversations do you have? Is it a conversation, or is it Coach Mann telling you?
It's obviously a conversation. With the evolution of iPads on the sideline now, it's a little bit easier to understand like what we're talking about, or what we may have seen. Like, 'cause sometimes your eyes deceive you. You're on the field, you may think it was power when really it was counter. So like the understanding of this was a formation. Like you can literally see it play out in front of you. Like, oh, okay, I didn't see that guard pull. I only saw the tackle. Like seeing that, Coach Manalak can effectively tell us, like, okay, this is the formation this time. Next time, this is how we're going to adjust to it. So that's one thing that it is most definitely a conversation. It's not him sitting there just screaming at us. Like there's a coach-player relationship, but sitting there on the sideline, he's been in our shoes. He understands that you may see, like, you see a little, you see a lot, you see a lot, you see little. There's something we say a lot of the time, which means if you're not focused on one little thing, you're going to miss the big picture entirely. So.
Jerry likes to point out how many games you played here. It's 6 years. I mean, you've been a part of this program. This is the 6th year. In terms of linebacker groups, you know what I mean? As you think back over the last 5 years, I mean, obviously 2021, you guys had a pretty good group with all those guys. But I mean, is this one the best one you've been a part of here?
I think this is the best one because this is the one I'm part of right now. Over the years, we've had a lot of great linebackers. We've had a lot of guys that have had their shot to play at the next level. We have guys that are currently still playing at the next level. I think over the years we've had just different styles of play. This is definitely one of the more aggressive linebacker groups that you've probably seen in the past. We fire off the ball. We're coming downhill with the intent to wreak some havoc. So that's something that's obviously very, very fun to see. It's very, very, very fun to be a part of. Like our room is always gonna have fun. Our goal at the end of the day, our goal is to win a football game too, though. So we're gonna be on each other. We're gonna make sure that, hey, if you didn't do your job this last play, the difference between a smack on the butt and a pat on the back is a few inches. So we're gonna make sure that you either did a good job or a bad job. You got to get it fixed or keep it up. So definitely a fun crew to be a part of, though.
We'll do a couple more.
What does SMU concern you? What are you most concerned with SMU?
They're a very athletic crew. They're obviously, I believe they're the #1 rushing offense in the ACC. They're very effective at what they do. They're very effective getting up tempo and trying to get you on your heels a little bit as they try and move the ball down the field. So we just have to prepare diligently for that and understand that we need to get home, get the call, and execute the call at a very quick tempo and a very effective manner consistently, and that's what will help us get off the field and get our offense back.
It goes as fast as you guys go? Your offense?
It's hard to say, obviously, but but it's close. I'd say it's close. They're a tempo about 50% of the time. So it'll be a fun game to watch for those that have ACC Network.
You took on the name the Sharks prior to the season. Just the way you guys have played, and also seeing the fans like hold up inflatables and some people dressed as Sharks. What's it like just seeing the fans like brace you guys like that and just throwing up the Sharks on every game?
It's something that I haven't been a part of until this year, so that's something that's really neat to see. You see, when one of our guys gets a sack or a TFL or an interception, you look back in the student section and the entire student section is throwing up the Shark sign. So like that's obviously something really cool to see. Our student section does a phenomenal job too. Like for everybody that's at the game, they get loud. That playing at that end of the stadium is one that's it's hard to get a snap count off in that end of the stadium. So it's something that is definitely a highlight of the season. Seeing all them get into it like they are.